Good afternoon, friends. Happy Tuesday to all of you. The federal government could shut down next month if Congress does not pass new legislation soon. Congress is debating on whether they should cancel debt for thousands of Americans. Friends, this is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. Please make sure to stay until the end of this video to learn how to enter this Friday's $100 Walmart gift card giveaway. Government funding expires in 1 month, and top lawmakers are already forecasting another autopilot spending bill to prevent a December shutdown. Democrats and Republicans cannot even agree on how to begin the negotiations. Republican Senator Richard Shelby told reporters, "We are at a standstill." Senator Shelby predicted Congress is headed for another stopgap spending patch come December 3rd, and probably another once that expires. The next shutdown threat hits at midnight on December 3rd, when federal cash stops flowing from the temporary spending patch that Congress enacted to keep the government funded after the new fiscal year started on October 1st. Another debt cliff is also expected as soon as next month, since the U.S. Treasury Department already exhausted the nearly $500 billion in extra borrowing power that Congress granted 3 weeks ago. While the pressure is on to clinch deals on funding the government and addressing the debt limit before early December, the energy in Congress is sapped by bigger spending fights as Democrats labor to pass President Biden's social policy package and the bipartisan infrastructure bill. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said that Democrats must finish work on Biden's $1.75 trillion social spending package and the Senate passed infrastructure bill before the party can devote its attention to annual government funding or act on the debt limit. This is to ensure the Treasury Department can continue to pay the government's bills. Democrats still say that they are not planning to lift the debt ceiling by using the reconciliation process, which is the only way that could remedy the issue without GOP votes in the Senate.
I know that the president's not going to sign the bill until next week, likely when members of Congress can join him. But why is there not a more urgent effort to have him and members of his staff and cabinet out on the road selling and explaining the various components of the infrastructure bill and Build Back Better?
Well, I'll say this: the president is doing local media, as Alex was just asking me about Cincinnati, and that is a way that's really important for to hear the president's voice, to talking directly to the American people. We'll see more of that. The president's going to be going to Baltimore tomorrow, and we'll continue to see the secretaries that we've listed who are going to be out there really selling this bill, as you say. But let me just add a few things. So it's going to be the cabinet is Secretary Pete Buttigieg, Transportation, Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm, Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo, who's just here clearly, Interior Secretary Deb Haaland, and EPA Secretary Michael Regan, who's actually at COP26 right now, as well as cabinet members and administration officials who will play a major role in implementing this agenda. And you'll see them out there over the next coming days and continue. I mean, that's one of the reasons we had Secretary Buttigieg here. That's one of the reasons we had Secretary Raimondo, because you all are writing about this and people are watching, and we want to make sure that they hear directly from us.
Understood. And I know that there is going to be an effort to get people out into the various communities across the country, but you do have some of your fellow Democrats who say, we want the president to be more vocal. We want him to be out there and explaining this and explaining the various components, because you are talking about these big pieces of legislation, and you still have the second piece of it, which hasn't passed.
We're working very hard on, and we're very optimistic, as the president says.
Though, to not have him and other top officials out in a more robust way now.
But the president is out tomorrow. He's going to be in Baltimore. He's going to be talking about this. Yeah, and he'll continue to do more. And I would...
So Steny Hoyer said in a statement, "I do not think it's on the table. Whether it's completely off the table, my view is we need to deal with the debt limit, and we should be dealing with the debt limit in a bipartisan way. The way to jumpstart a final agreement to fund the government is to strike a compromise. Other hardline deadlines could complicate the December timeline. Congress must pass legislation to fund the government by December 3rd, or face a government shutdown. Lawmakers also need to raise the debt limit to avert any economic meltdown. Congress plans to pass a massive defense policy bill before the end of this year. Also, Congress plans to pass a massive defense policy bill before the end of this year. Friends, the key word for this video is grateful. If you would like to enter this Friday's 3 $100 Walmart gift card giveaway, please make sure you click and like my videos and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. And also don't forget to comment below the key word. Thank you so much, friends. The infrastructure legislation provides around $550 billion in new spending, for a total of more than $1 trillion in projects from roads to public transit to rural broadband. It was co-authored by Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, and it became a top legislative priority of the House centrists, who had battled with liberals for months on end over the timeline to pass it. Despite progressives' biggest fears, centrist Democrats have plenty to like in the Build Back Better bill. Joe Manchin has lavished praise on universal pre-K and child care funding. Kristen Sinema has championed the climate change measures, and Gottheimer has made an increase of the state and local tax deduction a priority. The White House is counting on those incentives to help push the package across the finish line. The White House plans a signing ceremony for the infrastructure bill, but there is one complication. After President Biden signs it, a mandatory transfer of nearly $118 billion to the Highway Trust Fund would kick in. If he puts the pen to paper immediately, that could move up the debt ceiling deadline. A senior administration official said that officials will make an announcement about the transfer of highway money after the bill is signed. So friends, are any of you concerned about the U.S. debt ceiling deadline? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. With the Senate evenly split between Democrats and Republicans and a slim Democratic majority in the House, every vote matters when it comes to passing legislation. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says that's why Congress should not even debate student debt legislation, and President Joe Biden should act on it himself. Chuck Schumer and his Senator Elizabeth Warren have been leading efforts in calling on President Biden to cancel $50,000 in student debt per borrower. Elizabeth Warren said during a press conference call that going the legislative route for debt cancellation would take too long, especially with infrastructure and reconciliation bills being the tops of lawmakers' agendas at the moment. Do you think that President Biden should cancel $50,000 in student loan debt? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Well, friends, that's the end of the video for this afternoon. Thank you so much for watching all of my videos. And to say how thankful I am, I'm giving away 3 $100 Walmart gift cards the entire month of November. And if you would like to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is click and like my videos, make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and comment below the keyword. Thank you so much, friends, and have a very blessed